Today we're talking about ambergris, also commonly referred to as whale vomit. However, this name is quite misleading, as we'll see later. But what is ambergris, and why has it been considered one of the most valuable substances on Earth for centuries? Sit tight, because you're about to find out. Ambergris is often found washed up on beaches, and at first glance, it looks like a lump of wax or a piece of dried-up rock. But don't be fooled by its appearance. This strange, waxy substance is actually produced by one of the ocean's largest and most awe-inspiring creatures, the sperm whale. That's right, ambergris comes from the bowels of the mighty sperm whale. But before you imagine that these magnificent animals are somehow hoarding chunks of gold in their stomachs, let's get into the facts. Sperm whales feed on giant and even colossal squid. Every once in a while, sharp squid beaks and other indigestible parts irritate the whale's intestines. To protect itself, the whale secretes a fatty substance to coat these irritants, and over time, this substance hardens in the whale's gut, forming ambergris. Once it gets big enough, the whale expels it. Yes, that means it's pooped out. There have also been occasions where whale carcasses have been found, and the ambergris was extracted from inside the dead whale. Scientists used to believe ambergris was regurgitated, hence the nickname whale vomit. However, despite the science evolving, the name stuck. If you'd like to know more about epic battles between sperm whales and squid, then check out our video dedicated to the colossal squid by clicking on the link in the description. Now, you're probably thinking, why on earth would anyone want a lump of whale poop? And you wouldn't be alone in asking that question. Here's where things get really interesting. Ambergris has been treasured for centuries by ancient civilizations, royalty, and modern-day perfume makers. Why? Because once ambergris has floated in the ocean for months or even years, it undergoes a chemical transformation. Its strong, unpleasant odor mellows into something sweet and earthy, with hints of the ocean. This unique scent makes ambergris a highly sought-after ingredient in the perfume industry. It was used in ancient Egypt as incense and believed to have medicinal properties. In the Middle Ages, it was thought to ward off the plague, and by the 18th century, it was a coveted addition to perfumes worn by European nobility. And it's not just a historical curiosity. Ambergris is still used in some of the most expensive perfumes today. It acts as a fixative, helping the fragrance last longer on the skin. A single kilogram of ambergris can sell for up to $50,000, depending on its quality. Yes, that's right. Something that literally came out of a whale's butt can be worth more than gold. Before you run off to the nearest beach in search of floating gold, let's talk about just how rare ambergris really is. Ambergris is incredibly rare. Not all sperm whales produce it, and even when they do, it may never make its way to a beach where humans can find it. In fact, most ambergris stays floating in the ocean for years before washing up, if it ever does. This rarity is why it has been so highly valued throughout history. Beachcombers and fishermen have stumbled across it by sheer luck, sometimes making a life-changing discovery. There have been stories of fishermen in Oman and Thailand finding chunks of ambergris worth millions. But for every person who finds it, thousands more walk right past without realizing what they're missing. So, is ambergris legal? Here's where things get complicated. You might be thinking, great, I'll just go find some ambergris and make a fortune. But hold your horses. Ambergris is illegal to buy, sell, or trade in some parts of the world. In countries like the United States, sperm whales are a protected species under the Endangered Species Act. Since ambergris comes from sperm whales, it's considered illegal to trade, even though it's expelled naturally and doesn't harm the whale. However, in places like the United Kingdom and New Zealand, ambergris is considered legal to possess and sell. So if you're planning on hunting for ambergris, make sure you know the laws in your country before you cash in. Ambergris remains one of the ocean's greatest mysteries, an accidental treasure born from the deep sea's largest predator. It's a reminder that the natural world can create things of immense value in the most unexpected ways. If you enjoyed today's dive into the bizarre world of ambergris, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, next time you're walking along the beach, keep your eyes peeled. You might just stumble upon floating gold.